Feeling lost in life doesn't mean you're failing. It means the old version of you no longer fits. You're in between who you were and who you're becoming. You don't need clarity to start, you need movement. Feeling lost isn't the end, it's the beginning, my friend. Hello everyone, my name is Neha. I am 22 years old this year, and today we are going to be talking about feeling lost in life. The truth about feeling lost in life. Some people say, there's a very old saying where I've heard a lot of people say that, you need to lose yourself in order to find yourself. It's very poetic. I mean, yeah, I would look for it if I was ever lost. But now that I'm actually lost, now that I'm actually going through the phase, as my parents call it, I think that might not be the most easiest saying. That might not be the easiest fantasy that I would like to go about. Feeling soft. What did I say? I'm sorry. Feeling lost is like the most uncomfortable thing a person can go through. It's the deafening silence, it's the confusion of not knowing. I find myself asking, I as I've talked to people, my friends who have gone through the same thing, all they questioned themselves was, what am I doing in life? Like, what am I going to do now? What will I do in the future? How is this all going to work out for me? So many questions, but no answers. It was like standing in a fog, knowing that you need to go right, but because you're not able to see, you're not sure that you actually are going towards the right, or maybe you're on the right path, but it doesn't feel right because in your heart you know that somewhere or the other you're not happy about it, and not being happy about it in most ways makes us feel lost. Does not It just makes us feel uncertain because life is unpredictable, yes, but then you need to wake up tomorrow. That's why people have jobs. You need to wake up tomorrow and have something to do. For the past 2 to 3 months I was in that particular phase. I i quit my job. I wanted to be independent. I didn't want to be working for someone who would scream 24/7 in my ear, and I would be paranoid even to pick up a call from my friend. I quit my job. I started my business, which exploded wonderfully into my face, and I had to shut it down. I had to put it and I had to put an end to it. And I knew I was going to build it from scratch again. But then there is a long period of time that I had to wait for the capital to come. And during that period of time, it was hell on earth. It was the most uncomfortable feeling. It was like one of my worst nightmares come to life. I didn't even need Pennywise to come and tell me, or I didn't even need Pennywise's presence to feel that fear, to acknowledge that fear of mine. um it was just so confusing. I didn't know what to do when I woke up the next day. I absolutely had no idea. Yes, I like to read, I like to sing, I kept myself occupied, but somewhere or the other, it was not enough. You might have a job, you might be struggling, you might be doing anything what you're supposed to be doing, but as I said, doesn't feel enough. But that doesn't mean that you have failed. I, for one, was feeling that I'm behind everyone else. I questioned myself every day. I felt I was a failure. I felt I was wasting my time. But the truth was that I was outgrowing whatever I had been doing. Growth was what was taking place in that particular gap period. It was uncomfortable. It didn't make a lot of noise. But when it actually happened, it just had a nuclear bomb explosion. I mean, it made me realize it made me have confidence in myself. Feeling lost is not just a fantasy, it's not poetic unless you have gone through it. It can make you paranoid, it can make you anxious, it can make you not wanting to get up the other day. This was all what I was going through, and I realized I needed to talk about it. I needed to at least put it out there so that if anybody any day watches this, they might take solace in it, or they might maybe learn a thing or two from me. It took time for me to realize that I had outgrown something, a belief, a routine, um, a system. It took some time for me to realize that particular thing. It was uncomfortable to the very last L of hell. It was very uncomfortable. It made me want to not get up the next day. It made me want to try different things all at once. It made me want to write a new book. It made me want to write new poems every day. It made me want to open numerous YouTube channels. It made me want to um I don't know, go skydiving or something. I even went bungee jumping. Like, I just wanted to do it. And that was the first big mistake that I made. You need movement to push the uncertainty out, because uncertainty is what humans fear the most. We lock our doors for this particular reason at night, so that we are sure, we are certain that no other person, no other stranger can walk into my home, my sacred space when I am sleeping. Clear timelines, clear projects, clear everything. Humans have this need to be certain about everything. Why do you think people get anxious when the relationships don't work out? Why do you think people, feel so depressed when they lose their jobs? Because getting up every day, all they work like robots. Getting up every day, going to jobs, and then coming back. Job is what keeps them stable. And when you are lost in life, uncertainty is the demon that haunts you day and night. Wow, I did come up with that. Nice. Anyways, uncertainty makes you almost, it makes you crazy. It makes you go crazy. It makes you want to be stuck into the job cycle again. Leaving your job is very hard, especially if you have been doing it for a long period of time. For a long period of time, you have been stuck in this rhythmic motion of getting up, going to work, coming back, going on with your course and stuff. Feeling lost is, it's such a wonder now that I think about it. I mean, I learned so much from it, but I also suffered it at the same time. If you ask me if I would ever go back in time and do it all over again, I would probably say yes. I would probably go back and do it again, but maybe in a more organized way. Like, you know, like the crazy thing that I did of doing everything at the same time and stuff. The growth that took place, as I said, growth is messy. Growth is not something that happens in one day. It needs time. It needs time for you to build up. Growth is something that you need to accept and pull into yourself. It is something that maybe manifesting alone will not help you. You have to work towards it. You can easily overcome feeling lost in life. What I did was, I set up a goal for the next day, a very easy goal. In the first week, all I did was, I fixed a time for myself. I put an alarm on my phone, and I made a promise to get up at a certain, for example, right now I've been getting up at 10:30 every day. So the first 3 to 4 days, I made a point, I made a habit tracker for myself. I set a goal to wake up at 10:30 and plan my day onwards. So that way, at least I had something to do the next day. After the 10:30 became a routine, it brought somewhat of a confidence in me that maybe I was not the douchebag I was thinking I was. So maybe I was not that lazy. If I could get up on time, maybe I could do something else also. Like, I added one more goal to it. What I did was, then after those 3 to 4 days, I got up on time, and the second thing I did was I worked out. So I've been working out for 2 weeks now, and it doesn't make me uncertain anymore. In my working out routine, I also have a time period, say about 5 minutes, that I meditate, and it makes my mind clear. Making my mind clear, working out, setting a pattern for myself, I realized what I wanted to do. I realized I wanted to, have a career for myself. Career, I didn't want to study more, so that was out of the box. I decided that I'm right now working on something, and hopefully, once that thing, comes across, once that um, thing that I'm working on proves successful, I'll tell you all about it. But then I stopped feeling numb. I stopped feeling like a failure. It wasn't, it didn't happen in one day. I made a goal for it. I put a habit tracker on my, I think I removed it or something. Mm, I had that piece of paper where because I felt like it was 1 week yesterday, so like 2 weeks since I have been working out. So it was like the habit tracker was full, so I might have removed it, but I'll show you how the habit, like on one side of the page there were the days listed, and on the top I had one column was wake up like at 10:30, the second column was workout, and each day that I did that, I put a tick across it. Like for Monday I put 2 ticks, for Tuesday I put 2 ticks, like that. So it helped me overcome this feeling of being lost. It helped me realize that not all can be lost at life all at once. If the universe shuts one door, it opens another. All you need to do is have a little faith in yourself. Trust yourself that somewhere or the other, somehow or the other, you are going to find a way. It might give you negative thoughts. It it might even force you to do some crazy stuff to hurt the people who you love the most, who might you know still be there for you after you come through it. But you need to realize that feeling lost in life is not the end. I am the living breathing example of it. I have overcome it, and I'm proud to say that, because it took me not days, not weeks, it took me a total of 3 months to come out of this, to come out of my depressing, lazy, douchebag self. I'm able to say that I'm able to get up today and do the work that I decided yesterday, because I made a plan for myself, one thing at a time. If you ever feel lost, if you are going through the same thing that I am right now, all you need to keep in mind is start one thing at a time, one goal after another. It can be something most, the smallest of things. Like tomorrow you just decide that you'll drink more water than yesterday. Tomorrow you decide that you'll go walking. Tomorrow you decide you'll put an extra set of sit-ups, or maybe all the, just, I don't know, just do something very small. If you're into writing, start small, one thing at a time. Set one goal for yourself. If you set up one goal for yourself, you will set up other goals for yourself, and while you do that, you come into the realization of what you actually want to do with your life, and that eradicates, that negatives out, that erases the feeling of the feeling of feeling lost. So please like and subscribe if you liked my rant, or if you would like to take any of my suggestions to heart and you would like to work it out. Also comment any of the times that you have felt lost in life and how you have overcome it. All right, tada, toodaloo.